Annyeonghaseyo VIP. I am back with part 2 of my G-Dragon Coup d'etat album review. Going right into number 5, Who You.
Baby, love you 이렇게 말지만 마음은 왠지 하나도 적지 않아 I want you, I need you 노래 부르지 But I don't know, I feel bad 네가 뭔데 축하해 그새 다른 남자 또 만나
At first listen, the song seems happy-ish until you read the lyrics and you realize that it's not that happy. Judy seems like he's being sarcastic throughout the song, saying like, I'll pretend everything is okay on the outside, but on the inside it's really killing me and it's really like tearing me up. I like the song for the lyrics, but musically it did have to grow on me just a little bit. When I first heard it, the opening part of it, it threw me off because honestly, it reminded me of pop songs I used to listen to when I was back in junior high, and I was just like, whoa. But then I got into it. It's not one of my favorites off the album. Yeah, I had to grow into it, but I like it, and I don't skip over it or anything. It's just not one of my immediate favorites. Number 6 is Shake the World, and this is probably my number 2 favorite song.
가짜는 달로 나 진짜는 달로 세상을 나 보면 안다 정답이라고 세상을
One thing I don't love about it, and I have to say my favorite part, is the intro, the opening part that repeats throughout the song, the kind of electro techno part, and GD's deep voice again, that low, it's just wow. There really isn't much I could say about the song other than the fact that I absolutely love it. And I really hope that he'll do a music video for it. After I read the lyrics, it kind of seemed like he could be talking to his fans. Maybe. But also he seems angry about all the fake friends and fake fans in his life. And like he's saying that the fake ones will be revealed and they will reveal themselves eventually. Number 7, Michigo.
나 오늘 미치고 나 오늘 미치고 나 오늘 미치고 나 오늘 미치고 싶어 We gotta 밤새 Dance, dance, dance Dirty Nancy 나 오늘 흔들고 나 오늘 흔들고 나 오늘 흔들고 나 오늘 흔들고 싶어 나 돌아갈래 No, shut up
Again, another one of my favorites. I've had this song since its original release back in April, and I love the music video. Looking at both the song and the music video, I really think it was just GD saying that he likes to go crazy, have fun, party, and he likes to have people around to party and go crazy with. And kind of like Crayon. It's what I basically got out of it. And I think if you all read the lyrics and saw the music videos, I think you'd pretty much agree that that's pretty much where he was going with those 2 songs. But that doesn't mean I don't love them, because I like to party too, and I would love to go crazy and party with GD. I think he'd be so fun. I would love to see the Drunken Dragon. Uh, the eighth one is Crooked, and this is my number one.
절대 없어. 결국엔 넌 변했지. 이유도 없어. 진심이 없어. 사랑 같은 소리 따윈 집어쳐. 오늘 밤은 빗다가게.
Off the album. It's another song that sounds happy, but the lyrics are anything but happy. GD really does seem to be in despair in the song and in the music video, and especially when he was crying. Which that scene, I'm gonna take a minute to talk about this. That scene was really hard for GD fans and for well, those scenes, because there's multiple crying scenes near the end. The crying scenes were really difficult for VIPs, especially GD fans, to look at, because we're not used to seeing GD cry. He doesn't express his emotions very much, and he tends to keep them all bottled up and hidden and put on, a mask to pretend everything is okay. He thinks showing emotions like crying makes you look weak, and I don't think it makes you look weak, but he feels that being the leader of Big Bang, he has to be strong for his group. So those of us who have followed GD for a while, we've only seen GD cry maybe 3 times, and that was back when, right before they debuted. And if you watch the Big Bang documentary, they have a party after the Big Bang members were selected, and GD cries because he's just overwhelmed by how much YG loves them. And the second one was, there was an incident with Daesung not a few years ago, and they were at an event that Daesung wasn't able to attend, and GD got emotional there. And then obviously in Cricket. So GD showing, tears is not something we're used to seeing. So it's kind of hard to see and knowing that he's expressing pain and sadness through the music video, through his tears, makes it a lot harder. And if you don't believe those tears are real, you can look up the YG confirmation on that, because they already confirmed GD cried real tears for those scenes. And it was for acting, right? But something I want to point out, having done theater, and for people that can make themselves cry, I know GD acted before, and I know that he can, I guess, make himself cry. Although I saw a crying contest where he was supposed to make himself cry and he was unable to, so I'm not sure if I buy that so much, GD. But people say that there was no emotion because, it was for a scene. That's not necessarily true. I acted before. I was in theater, and one of the ways to make yourself cry is by thinking of all the stuff that caused you pain. So, just because whatever caused his pain might not be as, recent, doesn't necessarily mean that when he thinks about the stuff that hurt him, it doesn't hurt him again, and it's still not painful. It's still gonna hurt. It's always gonna hurt. So the tears were real, and there was real emotion behind them. It doesn't matter how recent it was. I think the lyrics everyone can relate to, at least once in your life. I think everybody has felt the way GD has felt in this song. I know I have. In fact, for a large portion of my life, from about graduating high school in 2002 till about 3 or 4 years ago, my life was pretty crooked. So I can really relate to the lyrics and Crooked and the emotion behind it. And that's probably why it's my number one favorite song off the album. The style is like a British punk and it fits GD and he does that style so well and I really hope he does a similar style in the future. The bridge is where I can really hear like a sadness to G's tone. Throughout the verses, it comes off more aggressive and harsh. And I think by the chorus, he just seems fed up and angry, and it's like he's going through a roller coaster of emotions. And that's it for part 2. Come back for part 3. Annyeong!